So let's see what's coming up for you in the cards, Gemini. We're opening with Three of Swords in reverse, so you may be recovering from some sort of heartbreak or doubt. This card is listed here as doubt. And in fact, it's coming out with Eight of Fire, which is insight. So if you're doubting any communications or thoughts that you might have, it's saying that your way of thinking about something, you may be calling it into question. And that really makes sense with Mercury in retrograde, with that being your ruler. It says that you may have thoughts that cause you to feel doubt, but you may be coming out of that because these are in reverse. It's saying that you might be letting go of that, even if it's coming in, quick. Usually Eight of Fire has to do with Mercury in Sagittarius, which is quick moving energies. It's saying that there may be something that you're pondering and that's causing you to feel unsure about something, but that you're letting it go. You're letting those doubts, dissipate, which is a great thing to be doing. If there's stuff what I'm really getting from this, Gemini, is in one ear and out the other. If there's news that disturbs you or causes you doubt, or makes you feel even heartbroken or betrayed or disappointed, just let it come in one ear and out the other, like water off a duck's back. Because you really are showing Eight of Earth. This is inner order. And usually this means just like working ahead steadily. This is Eight of Coins energy, which means just like keeping your nose to the grindstone, keeping on that workbench, creating all these beautiful things that through the efforts of your work. So it's sort of like saying keep your eye on the ball, keep work as your focus. These are efforts that are rewarded. So it's things that when you put effort towards it, you get success from it. It could be financially rewarding as well. And then I also see Four of Fire in reverse here. This is saying completion. So there may be something that you're working away at with this Eight of Coins, which is not yet completed. You may not see the completion of it here in the beginning of April. And that also makes sense with this Mercury retrograde in Aries the first couple weeks. It's sort of like hard to complete projects. It's hard to move things forward. But towards the middle of the month, you'll have a lot of good things coming in. You have joy and you have balance. So just getting through this, sort of backwards, holding things back kind of feeling, just keep working at it is what Eight of Earth says. Your efforts will be rewarded. You'll get results from that, but it just may not be completed here at the beginning of April. And I see too, Five of Coins in reverse, which is letting go of any insecurities that you might have. Again, any niggling thoughts or things that are plaguing you. It's sort of like clearing away. I just see this as sort of like doing the dishes, like clearing away things that feel like they need to be addressed, or like this is throwing away those old corn husks after they're dead. It's clearing out the clutter is what I'll really say. So that's going on. That's kind of the energy for the first part of April. And then right around the middle of the month, I see, this is beautiful. This is you, Gemini, Father of Air. This is King of Swords, standing in your truth, being very practical and logical, analytical, rational, making good decisions. And that it's surrounded by balance and joy. This is the card of strength. This is the card of, Gemini is a dual sign. And so when you find balance, that's when you're really happy. I always point out in this garden that dragonflies only come about into the garden. This is in real life, is that when the acidity and the alkalinity, when the acid, the pH is balanced in a garden, when things are flourishing, that's when the dragonflies show up. And so it's also sort of when joy is showing up. This is Nine of Water, which is happiness and pleasure. And I really get the sense that you're sitting in your truth here as the middle of April comes about and as your ruler goes direct. And you find yourself in a really happy place, in a happy, joyful, and balanced place, Gemini. So if there is any doubt, any communication that's troubling you, any lack of completion or a feeling of loss, let it go. Let it go, because look at this beautiful stuff that you have coming up in the middle of the month. This is you sitting at the top of your throne, Gemini. This is you as the King of Swords, King of Truth, wisdom, experience, belief. He brings his experience and his knowledge to any situation. And it's really causing you to have this wonderful balance, this strength, and also a lot of this joy. So whatever's going on, again, I know I kind of am repeating myself, but first 2 weeks of April, don't sweat the small stuff. Keep just plowing ahead. Keep working on what it is you're working on, whether it's a project or at work or creating something. This is often the artisan card, and it means like whistling while you work. So even if there's other stuff going on around you, or you're feeling like as hard as you work, you can't see that completion, you can't get that stability, or you're feeling like, gosh, all my work is being fruitless, I see you letting go of that. And I see you coming into this wonderful space in the middle of April here. So enjoy that, Gemini. It's really beautiful. And Geminis in balance are, it really unlocks this joyful, exciting, social, pleasurable side. This is 9 of Cups. And this just means like you enjoying life and being very satisfied with things. This is also a wish fulfillment card. So this is you getting your wishes fulfilled, likely by speaking the truth of your truth and what's around you. Then towards the end of the month, we do have a full moon at the end of this month. And I'm seeing that depicted here in this Sun of Water. This is the King of Cups, which means sharing a message of love or receiving a message of love. Alternately, this could be a water sign person. So it could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio who's sharing a message of love with you, or that you're sharing a message of love with them. But this could also be you. This could be you expressing what's on your heart, or receiving a message of love from someone else. It's basically just like a very romantic, idealistic, sweet, emotionally based card. And I see you feeling like you're released from something. This card is called Interference, and this is 8 of Swords, which usually depicts someone being imprisoned by their thoughts. And I see you maybe just like lightening things up. I see it both here with this Doubt card being in reverse, and then this communication and balance. It's kind of freeing you from something. Maybe you feel free enough now at the end of the month to say what's on your heart. Because this is, sometimes people depict this as the getting out of jail card, and it's usually getting out of a prison of your mind. So I really like that for you towards the end of the month. Also, it could be right near that full moon we have right at the end of the month. And then I also see 10 of Coins here, which is depicted as wealth. And then 5 of Swords here, which is fear. So I'm going to ask you about these two, Gemini. I'm going to say, are you having any sort of fears about having security or wealth? You've got 2 cards about security here in the reverse. What is it that is making you feel fearful or conflicted? That's 5 of Swords energy, about your wealth, about your accumulation. Are you feeling like are there sort of echoes or repercussions of this 5 of Coins energy, which is insecurity about finances, feeling like you're left out in the cold? Are those popping up again here at the end of the month? Because you do have, when cards appear in reverse, the energy is there, but there may be some fear, doubt, like literally here's the fear, here's the doubt, or resistance, here's that interference about what it is that you can have. This is 10 of Coins, and this is stability, it's security, it's the promise of, it's the reward of having made a lot of good decisions over time. I call this the return on investment card. So how is fear playing a part, or interference of something else, playing a part in you fully reaping all the rewards for all the work that you've been doing? Is there something going on there, Gemini? Because I'm going to say, if you can conquer this fear, this is what you can have. Don't let outside interferences affect that. When you can release yourself from a certain old way of thinking or negative thoughts, you can, and conquer this fear, you can have all this. This is all waiting for you. And you've done the work for it, is what I see. So enjoy the blessings that are coming to you. Don't let fear block that. So that's my reading for you. It looks like the middle of the month is going to be a really nice time for you, Gemini. Um, Again, just towards the beginning of the month or until the middle or 15th of April, don't get involved in any unnecessary skirmishes. Just keep working away, and you end up in this beautiful place in the middle of the month. And you actually allow your feelings to come out around that full moon. Maybe a good time, too, to release any fears or thoughts that make you feel trapped, especially as it relates to finance. That's my reading for you, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Gemini.